All right, so people keep asking on Facebook and some other blogs about some tips and tricks for the Masterbuilt gravity fed smokers. So my first tip is going to be join the Facebook group of Masterbuilt gravity fed smokers. A lot of good information in there. When you do join, spend an hour or so reading through some posts that are already up by owners. Also, look for the search on the homepage to see if there is something there that you're specifically looking for. So let's just start with this. For basics, I fill out about a pound of cheap charcoal just to get myself started up and not be very expensive. This obviously isn't a full pound, but I'm not going to crank it up today, and just wanted to give you an idea. I'll dump it in, come over here. Now you see I do have the foil up, but I also, every time I start the smoker, I make sure that I give it a shot with some spray canola oil. You can also take a paper towel and rub it down yourself. Same thing with your grates. I obviously need to clean mine right now. So once I get that in, you load your hopper up. I just smoked on it yesterday, so you'll see a full pan of ashes. Put your starter in, get it going. So once the starter's going for a little bit, I'll turn my grill on. And what I actually do is I hold down this button for 30 seconds or so to get the fan kicked on, and it really gets you up there faster. Then what I do is I let it run up to about 170 degrees. And the reason I do that is so that I can get a nice little base fire going before I go any further. Seems like I get more level cooking temperatures by leaving it that way, that long. So as we come around to the sides, when I do load the hopper, I will take an oak log and stand it straight up so that I'm getting more smoke coming out from that angle. Close it down when I'm ready to go, just like everybody else. So one thing that I have been doing lately is on the back. You'll notice, hold on, let me move this out of the way. That in order to close in more smoke, I've been running with this right here. This kind of holds some of that smoke in without reducing the airflow. I don't know how much better it's actually getting, but it seems to give me a little heavier smoke on my foods. So that's why I choose to do it. I always want a little extra smoke. I still have not used this. It's nice and clean, or nice and empty. For the battery pack, I have chosen to go with a battery pack and charger or cord. Those are available all over the place. Again, go to the Masterbuilt Facebook group, Gravity Fed Facebook group, and you'll see those. So once I'm at 170 for about 30 minutes to let a base fire build up, then I will crank my temperature to whatever temperature I'm going to. Let's say it's 250. I'll crank it up to 250. It will bounce past that 250 mark. It'll bounce up to about 260, maybe 262. Wait for it to settle back down, then put your meats on. Now you'll notice I don't have multiple digital probes. I went with an analog oven thermometer because I want to know wherever I move it. I don't want to worry about anything except moving it from spot to spot. Don't want to worry about leaving my grill lid open or any of that. So I can check my temperatures every time I check my meat if I want to. Like any other smoker, this side over here is a little hotter. This actually lines up, in my case, perfectly with the factory temperature sensor. And then over here is a little cooler because I'm a little further away from the heat. The further up you go, the further away from the heat you are, the cooler it is. So these also are the cast iron stainless steel grate, or cast iron grates. Cast iron is like a cast iron skillet, going to take longer to get to temperature and hold temperature longer. So if you're trying to sear off some steaks, don't crank it all the way up and expect to get your great sear marks. You need to let these cast iron grates come to temperature. So this is a quick walk around with a few tips and tricks. You'll also notice I'm hanging my inserts right there. They slide in. This is the 1050. And that's about it. Those are some very basic things. If I need additional smoke, obviously, I drop a chunk at a time down in the bottom. Those usually last 30 to 45 minutes. So depending on your smoke flavors, your smoke profiles, that's going to depend on how heavy you want to go in there. So for the time being, those are some tips and tricks, a way to get around on your Masterbuilt, either your 1050 or your 560. Good luck, and again, have fun. This is what it's all about.